What's up, everybody? It is the Best Bot Kid Smooth, and I am back with another video. And I know it's actually truly been a while. I don't think I dropped a video in about a week. I mean, a couple things happened to me. I mean, my channel partner dropped me, I guess, due to the lack of views, but I got dropped. So I'm a free agent looking for another channel partner, whatever. But yeah, I lost that opportunity. And then, man, I've just been gaming and enjoying life. But today there was a ton of news. Now, a lot of stuff that came out, over the past, couple hours, the past couple of days, we're going to discuss in tomorrow's Planet Xbox podcast. Also discuss in a new upcoming podcast that I got with Notorious Dre, which will be Let's Talk Games podcast, bringing that back. So look out for that. It's going to be Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Looking forward to that. But no, this one we got to talk about. We're going to talk about Indiana Jones. And why is Indiana Jones in the news? Yes, they're starting up a new game, and this game is getting attention for multiple reasons. There's a lot of things leading up to this announcement. So I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I think Lucasfilms announced its gaming department, which is coined under Lucasfilm Games. I don't know if it was a rebrand, but Lucasfilm Games, and they typically are responsible for Star Wars. Well, pre-EA, I don't know if they have anything to do with the current EA games, but back during when they were all those Star Wars games that came out back before EA, got licensing. It was Lucasfilms all over the screen with those games. So they rebranded as Lucasfilm Games, and then this morning, Bethesda put out this trailer that's playing, that's looping on the next screen here, and they followed it up with a tweet confirming that yes, they are working on Indiana Jones, and not just Bethesda, but Machine Games. And Machine Games are the development team behind Wolfenstein. And this became a major deal because, remember, in September, we got the announcement that Xbox is acquiring Bethesda and ZeniMax, the entire portfolio. And if Xbox owns ZeniMax, they now own Bethesda, which they own Machine Games. The first question to ask is, wow, is this an Xbox exclusive? Did Xbox just secure their answer to the Uncharted by having an Indiana Jones game? Now, there's a whole lot to dive into. I honestly don't know. We know the deal between Xbox and ZeniMax isn't final. It should be final in any coming week now, but I think the anticipated closing is like sometime in February. And then after that, they'll talk more about what's in the pipeline. What does this really truly mean for Xbox and its users? But that didn't stop people asking. I mean, once a week, somebody asks somebody, is Bethesda's games, will they still come to PlayStation? Now, when you consider this, right, Lucasfilms, I believe, I don't know who, it's a lot of questions because Indiana Jones, I believe that the IP itself belongs to Lucasfilms, right? So I know they're partnering with Bethesda. Todd Howard is pretty much the head producer of this game. Machine Games is developing it. Who's publishing the game, right? How far along is this game? So this was obviously an agreement that was made before the Xbox acquisition. So I wouldn't be surprised if this game was a standard multi-plat. And if that's the case, you got to wonder, okay, chances are Bethesda or Lucasfilm Games is probably publishing it. It's not really Bethesda's or Xbox's IP. This is a license IP, right? So I think with a situation like this, and we'll probably get confirmations later on, is that this game will probably be a general standard multi-plat, but the benefit that Xbox would get is the same benefit that it got with the Outer Worlds and We Happy Few when they acquired studios that were already working on multi-platform projects. This game is going to show up in Game Pass day one. Now, unless Xbox and Team Green, when they started this acquisition, maybe they negotiated some sort of exclusivity with Lucasfilms and Bethesda to have this on Xbox and PC platforms. Maybe they secured some of these upcoming games. And you got to think, why not? Remember, Bethesda was a big pickup for Xbox, and Bethesda is such a big pickup that they actually have 2 IPs going, which is PlayStation exclusive this year that has to come out, which will be timed exclusive for PlayStation. But you got to think, Xbox, you got the publisher you're buying is already producing games, or that owes your competitor 2 games that it can't bring to your platform day and date. Why not secure something, their next the next game up? We know we're waiting on Starfield. Starfield might be this year. We know Elder Scrolls is coming. Machine Games is actually technically up next. I mean, their last game was 2017. Now, there's a lot of people on Twitter asking, and on YouTube, why is Xbox, like me, excited for potential Indiana Jones? And there's people asking that question, and then you got people dismissing it, already writing it off as it won't be better than Uncharted 4. Like Uncharted 4 is like the holy grail to like action adventure games. I mean, don't get me wrong, Uncharted 4 was great. It was amazing. But it was too fucking long. I can tell you that. It was way too long. It wasn't perfect. It looked great. It played great. It had an awesome story. But it is not the holy grail. There were some other great games. I enjoyed Rise of the Tomb Raider actually more than Uncharted 4. Not that Uncharted 4 was bad. And I also love Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order were also great games. Great games. So what a lot of people are doing is, what I'm saying is, the PlayStation guys, or the pro PlayStation guys, are already writing it off, protecting themselves just in case it is an Xbox exclusive, as dismissing it like, who plays Indiana Jones? This is so old. Nobody wants no damn Indiana Jones. Da, 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 da. Or they're dismissing it and pretty much comparing it to Uncharted, saying how it would not live up to the Uncharted series. And the thing is, and the reason why they're saying that is because pretty much all Uncharted is, and Tomb Raider is video game versions of Indiana Jones, except they got their own characters, their own plotline, but they're all stealing shit. They're all stealing, like breaking into ancient locations, taking shit, tomb raiding. You know what I mean? They're all thieves. You know what I mean? So, but me personally, if you guys follow me, or you follow me on whether it be Weapon Wheel, Planet Xbox, or just my channel, you guys know some of my favorite games are the Uncharted-esque games, the Indiana Jones style games. I love the Uncharted series from PlayStation. I love the Tomb Raider or the recent Tomb Raider games from Square Enix. I love the Jedi Fallen Order game because I immediately compared it to the latter. I love the more recent Assassin's Creed games. They all have something in common. So the fact that people are questioning why would Xbox people be happy about Indiana Jones, if you're referring to somebody like me, the best spot is, you guys already know I've always catered to those particular games, and I've always requested. There's not enough. I said there's not enough Tomb Raider-like games. There are not enough Uncharted-like games. I said it so much that I was requesting that the next Perfect Dark game be more like Tomb Raider and more like Uncharted, just set in a Perfect Dark universe. So, there are people like me that enjoy these, treasure hunting games, these tomb raiding games. That's exactly what they are. And to get the exact story to get Indiana Jones, I mean, if they make it right, I'm assuming, Machine Games is known for making first-person shooters and whatnot. Maybe this is Machine's Guerrilla Games moment. You know how Guerrilla Games been working on Killzone for all these years, and they finally, just stopped and did something new where Horizon Zero Dawn became like this amazing RPG game. Maybe this is Machine Games is like, let's give it a shot at a third-person action game, and it may be amazing. Maybe it does challenge Tomb Raider and Uncharted on a serious level. But I'm excited. Now, regardless of it exclusive or not, this is going to be a question for the next couple months or next couple weeks. Depends however this deal is closed. But I have my theories. I'm not sure whether it's going to be exclusive or not. The only thing we can really guarantee is that it's going to be in Game Pass day one. There's already a history of all the game studios that Xbox bought in the middle of their acquisition, they had games released that were multi-plat, and the thing that was constant was each of those games, regardless who the publisher was at the time, those games released in Game Pass day and date. So that's the plus for the Xbox. Now the bonus is if this game is only on Xbox and PC, then you kind of have something over our PlayStation peers that, hey, you want to play this, you got to play it on your mobile phone, your PC, or an Xbox console, and that's always cool to point out. But we shall see. I'm looking forward to it. I think Machine Games can do it. Like I said, they're next up, and but it looks like this game might be maybe a year away. I don't think they just show a trailer or announce it and it's a game that's 5 years away. No, you typically do that at like a showcase. You show a game that's 2 or 3 years away. You don't do something like this on Twitter and it'd be like 5 years away. I doubt it. Machine Games, like I said, was due for another game either this year or next year because their last game was 2017. You got to think this has been in the works. If you remember the acquisition email between Major Nelson, Phil Spencer, Todd Howard, and the other dude from Bethesda, in the background of Todd Howard's office, he had a bunch of Indiana Jones items in the back that we just completely overlooked because obviously we had nothing to relate it to, but it was there and now people are pulling up photos and you can see it. So this clearly was a deal that was been done, obviously done before the Xbox acquisition, and we just got to see how Xbox takes advantage of it. I think the smart thing Xbox to do, you already got 2 games from Bethesda that's 2 2021 releases from Bethesda that's not coming to your platform due to exclusivity rights with PlayStation. Why not secure this even if it's a multi-plat, put some money up front, negotiate with Lucasfilms and Bethesda, but we will see. I'm looking forward to it today. It's another game in the books that's coming up and I can't wait to learn more, but I want to know you guys' thoughts, and make sure you guys tune in to Planet Xbox this Wednesday and the return of Let's Talk Games podcast this Friday at 7 p.m. That's the video. Xbox is the best box, and I am the best spot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I'm out of here. Peace.